Hi, Namaskar to all the viewers of this channel. My dear students, recently we started a chapter of depreciation, right? Just one class is being completed at the depreciation chapter. Let us move on to the second chapter, second problem. Please remember, my dear student, in case of depreciation, we have to take the cost of machinery, the installation charges of machinery, transportation charges on the date of purchase, whatever the expenses incurred on the date of purchase for a second hand machine with respect to the repairs called overhauling charges is to be added to the cost of machine. Whatever the expenses incurred after purchase of the machine is not to be considered. They are called revenue expenses, which goes directly to the P&L account as a indirect expenses. Okay. Now let us move on to the solution for a second problem, my dear student. Have a concentration here. See what happened. This is a question asked in December 2023 for how many marks? 5 marks. From the following transactions, a few students are asking, sir, we are not getting question paper, we are not getting answer sheet and all. Please go through the description box. I put each and every question in my description box. You can take a printout copy of that particular question. After every video, I put the question as well as the solution in hard copy in a description box. You can go through it. If you didn't got it, please you send a message. I send a copy to you people to your personal WhatsApp group. One more thing, from today onwards, I started my own WhatsApp group called JPS CA Foundation Aspirants WhatsApp group. I sent a link for joining that particular WhatsApp group. If you join that WhatsApp group, I send every day the solution also, the question paper also, and this video also in the respective WhatsApp group. Okay. Now let us move on to the solution for this particular concept, my dear student. From the following transaction, prepare machinery account for the year December 2022. So we have to prepare the machinery account only for 1 year, starting from 1st January 22 to 31st December 22. Please remember why I wrote January to December, because he is closing the accounts on 31st December. Did you got it? Now, purchased a second hand machinery. So this purchase is there, you can call it as M1 is purchased. Spent 50,000 for repairs and making it serviceable. What to do? This 50,000 is added to the 2 lakh. The amount comes to rupees 2 lakh 50,000. That is the cost of the first machine, wherein whatever the expenses incurred on the date of purchase of second hand machine is a capital expenditure that is to be added to the cost of the machine. It's very important in true and false message. Purchased additional new machinery, or new machinery is purchased. I call this machinery as a M2. Installation charges 15,000. This 15,000 is added to the 3,50,000. It comes to, my dear student, 3,65,000. I hope you got it. Repairs and maintenance of the machine is not to be taken because it is an indirect expenses. It goes to P&L account. Second hand, sold the second hand machine, or sold. Which machine is sold? The second hand machine. Second hand machine means what? M1 is sold. Which one we sold? M1 is sold. On when? On 30th June 2022 for rupees 1,55,000. Now, my dear children, what we have to do? Depreciate machinery 10% per annum under what method? WDV method. See how to write the solution for this. This is a problem number 2, right? So what we have to write? Depreciation is 20% under what method, my dear student? It is under the method, sorry, it is not 20%, it is what percent? 10%. It is not 20%, the depreciation is what? The depreciation is 10% under what method? WDV. Now, when the accounts are closed, closing date 31st December every year. Soon after this, my dear children, my dear student, you have to prepare a working sheet. How many machines are there? Machine 1, machine 2. Please see what happened. Purchased second hand machinery for 2 lakh and spent 50,000 for installation, put together 2.5 lakh. This was purchased on what date? January 2021. 1st January 2021 purchased for 2.5 lakh. Fine. बाद में purchased second hand machinery on 30th June 21. When it is purchased? On 30th June 21 for an amount of rupees how much? For an amount of rupees 3.5 lakh and 15,000 installation, put together 3,65,000. बाद में क्या किए? Repairs should not be taken. Sold the second hand machinery purchased on January 21, means M1 is sold on when? 30th June 22 for 1,55,000. When this M1 is sold, so here I write on 30th June 21, which machinery is sold? M1 is sold for an amount of rupees 1,55,000. See students, what I converted, the whole question is being converted into this particular concept. Now, I should write some date. What I should write? I am supposed to write the same date. What is that? 1st January 21. I am supposed to write it as cost. See, 1 minute. What happened? When it is sold? 30th June 22. It is not 21. This machine is sold on when? 30th June 22. 22 it is sold. Okay, fine. Shall I start the solution? Fine. Now, on 1st January 21, we have a cost. Accounts are closed when? 31st December. Now, I write 31st December 21. Depreciation is what percent? 10% under what method? WDV method. Now, let me write M1. See, M1 is purchased on when? 1st January. You are closing on when? 31st December. Means M1 1st January to 31st December. It comes how many months? 12 months, right? Now, M2 is purchased on when? 30th June 21, means in the same year. So, now I have to write M2. When? 30th June it is purchased, nothing but 1st July to 31st December. It comes how many months? July, August, September, October, November, December. It is of 6 months. Now we have to calculate the depreciation. Depreciation is how much? Depreciation is 10% on the first machine for 12 months. Take the calculator. First machine 2.5 lakh, 10% for 12 months means it comes to rupees 25,000. Right? For a second machine, it is 3 lakh, 65,000, 10% for 6 months. No need to write all these explanation. You can write directly in your notes, my dear student. But since I am going for YouTube explanation, if I write directly, you people will face difficulty in understanding. That's why I am writing with so clearly. So 3,65,000, 10%, 6 months, it comes to rupees 18,250. 18,250. Now what I should write? Now I am supposed to write after your 31st December, I am supposed to write 1st January 22. Wait. 1st January 22. Okay, what happened in 1st January 22? I am supposed to write balance. I use a free hand. 1st January 22, I am supposed to write what? Balance. So, balance. Balance comes how much? 2,50,000 minus 25 is 2,25,000. 3,65,000 minus 18,250, it comes to rupees 3,46,750. Okay, बाद में क्या हुआ? In January 22 we are on 30th June 22 M1 is sold. When M1 is sold? 30th June 22 M1 sold. See how many months gap? January to June. January to June means 6 months. Depreciation on M1 for how many months? For 6 months. Under what method? WDV. 2,25,000 into 10% into 6 by 12. It comes to 11,250. Okay, now sold M1. M1 is sold for how much? 1,55,000. You subtract it. If you are getting plus, it is loss. Means 2,25,000. Subtract 11,250. Subtract 1,55,000. Since we are getting positive as a 58,750. Since it is positive, we are calling it as a loss. Right? Now, this completes your M1. Now you have a M2 machines with you, right? On M2 machine, what we have to do? On 31st December 22, we have to charge depreciation on M2 for 12 months. Right? M2 is your old machine. Take the calculator, 3,46,750 into 10% into 12 by 12 means 1 year. It comes to rupees 34,675. Now you work out a balance. That is, on January 23, we can go for balance. You subtract it. You are getting a balance called 3,12,075. This completes your working out, my dear children. Now what we have to do? We have to prepare machinery account for which year? We have to prepare machinery account for 1 year. That is, what is that year? You have to prepare machinery account for 31st December 2022. For which year we have to prepare? 31st December 2022. Machinery account for 1 year, that is 2022. Prepare the machinery account. We need to have a date column, particulars column, LF, no LF, just NF, date, particulars, amount, date, particulars, you can go for amount. We are preparing for only January 2022, right? See, what happened to your working note? You have to prepare from here. You have to prepare the ledger from January 22. We have a balance. Balance of the first machine is 2,25,000. Balance of the second machine is 3,46,750. So now what I should write? Here, 1st January 22. To balance brought down M1 and M2. What is the M1 balance? 2,25,000. So you write 25,000. Second machine is 3,46,750. Add both the numbers. It comes to rupees 5,51,750. What happened after the balance? On 30th June 2022, my dear student, M1 is sold. Which one is sold? M1 is sold. When M1 is sold, we have to take depreciation, we have to take sold, and we have to take loss. All the three comes on the credit side. That is, on 30th June 22, by depreciation, by bank as a sold, by P&L as a loss. See, what is the amount of depreciation? 11,250. What is the amount of sold? 1,55,000. Right? 1,55,000. Then what is the amount of loss? Loss is 58,750. Fine. After this, what happened? On 31st December 22, you have charged a depreciation of 34,675. On what date? Have a gap of one line, 31st December 22. We have to write by depreciation account. It is how much? 34,675. Same date dot by balance carry down. See, you work out a total. The total of this comes to 5,71,750. The total is 5,71,750. Five lakh 71,750. 5,71,750. Out of 5,71,750, subtract this, subtract this, subtract this, subtract this. You are getting a balance called 3,12,075. The same amount is to be brought down for January 23 as two balance brought down. 3,12,075. This is how we have to solve the problem, my dear student, in case of depreciation chapter. Like that, I go for so many problems that I am going to cover since from 2005 to 2025 May batch. Okay, please go through all these problems. Please give your comment. Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye bye.